out there, and welcome to my channel Vixen Vixen. I'm Monica, and today I'm coming to you with my week 1 post-op update. Okay, so I know you guys all want to hear the stats, and that's the nitty-gritty of all of this, so I will get right into that. My highest recorded weight in the last 3 years has been 280 pounds. My pre-surgery weight, the day of surgery, was 257.3 pounds. That is also my last week's weight. This week, as of this morning, I am coming to you with a weight of 244.6. That is a total weight loss for this week of 12.7 pounds. Guys, 12.7 pounds. I'm on the loser's bench, and I am so proud and so happy to be here. So I can say that it has been a trial, but a well worth it trial. And yes, I would do it again. As far as buyer's regret or any of those kind of feelings after surgery, I never had one. I guess maybe because I've had so long to prepare for this surgery, and my non-scale victories being that the day, I will post a video of it in this video, but I am no longer on any of the insulin medications that I was on for my diabetes. That in itself is such a huge NSV that I can't even begin to tell you how happy it makes me to not have to take 3 to 4 different injections a day for insulin for my diabetes. My diabetes numbers finally hit the highest that I've ever seen them after the surgery at 167, and that was this morning. It has been playing in the ranges of 107 to usually about 120 to 130. I don't even have to take an insulin shot. I take one little shot that I measure out myself. I take my blood sugar 4 times a day to test where it's at, and I'm on a sliding scale now. If my blood sugar is above 140, then I need to take one milliliter of insulin. That's it. That's it. And I've had to take that shot 2 times since I've been home. That's not a non-scale victory. That in itself is a celebration of life. I'm gonna have to it is a celebration of life. I'm keeping it real. The emotions and the happiness that I have right now are so overwhelming because this disease has been so debilitating to me in this last year. It's taken away so much of my life with my children. And now it's getting its payback. It's not going to affect me anymore because I will never go back from this. So I am extremely happy, extremely emotional, but so proud of that non-scale victory and that celebration of life. So I wanted to keep that in there because it's important to me to remember why I have no regrets for this surgery and why it was so important to me over this last year to work so hard to get here. I want to kind of move forward now and go through my hospital stay and tell you kind of my ups and downs in the hospital. I was taken to a pre-surgery room with my grandmother and my two daughters. I had a nurse, and we also had a natural healing specialist who gave us all massages. She gave me a foot massage, and then she gave my grandmother and my oldest daughter a back massage. My youngest daughter was on her iPad, so she really wasn't paying much attention. While in this room, my IVs were put in, just talking, chatting back and forth, all of us. It was a very pleasant experience and kind of a calm before a storm. Then the doctor came in and the anesthesiologist and a couple of the nurses that would be in the surgery room with me. They all introduced themselves. The anesthesiologist was quite humorous. And of course, Dr. Brown, I've always felt very comfortable with him. He let me know he was all ready for the surgery and he was ready to go if I was. Of course I was. So I ended up getting taken back to the surgery room. It was very, very big, very, very cold. And there were about 9 people in there, not counting the doctor. They moved me from the gurney to the surgery table. And I remember the guy leaning over me saying, "This table is much smaller." And then the anesthesiologist peeked her head in again and she said, "I've already got something started in your IVs, so you'll be feeling it soon." She turned around for a moment and then turned back around and kind of placed an oxygen mask on my face. And she said, "Here, have some oxygen." That literally is the last thing I remember. She got me good. Was not expecting that at all, but I'm kind of glad it happened that way because I was getting pretty nervous at that point. Maybe she could tell that. I woke up in recovery. I don't remember very much of it. The only thing I remember is telling the nurse that was by my side that I did it. And I just kept saying that over and over. I was just so ecstatic. I did not have any pain. I don't remember any pain at that point. Shortly after that, I remember waking up in my room and my grandmother and my daughters were there. And as soon as I woke up, they started me on ice chips. Of course, he was very polite and told me, "Yes, you did great." Very encouraging. I have no idea what he looked like, but he was very supportive. I appreciate that from him at that time. So I was on the ice chips and I had water. I also had some sugar-free Jello in front of me. And that first day out of surgery, I know that I was able to get in fluids and they were staying down. It wasn't until they came in and gave me my first set of shots in my IV that I remember then I started having issues. And what they were giving me in the IV was morphine. And I am not a good friend with morphine. It's never been nice to me like it should be. So I feel like had maybe I not been given the morphine, or maybe I was a little bit more cognitive to say, is there an alternative pain medication that we could try, I might not have had the issues that I did in the hospital. So what I struggled with was not a projectile vomiting, it was not a painful vomiting. It was just that if I would cough or even clear my throat sometimes, everything would just start coming up on its own. And it was just one little, cough up. And so it was a struggle the first evening, night, and the next day. It wasn't until they started putting a little bit more time between the pain medication that they were dripping into my IV, and also they started a nausea medication. So once those two things changed on that second evening, I noticed that I was holding things down. I could clear my throat and cough slightly after doing the breathing treatment thing. It wasn't coming back up. So I started putting in a little bit more, and that evening, finally, by the time the nurse came in to collect my cups, she had 3 ounces of cups to collect, and I managed to keep that 3 ounces down all night and into the next day, and it got better. So I'm going to kind of drop some pictures here and some videos of my room and my tummy, and just some videos that I will share here to add to the video of my experience in the hospital.
Hey guys, it's day 2 after surgery. We're going into my second night at the hospital. I did have to stay another night because of my oxygen levels, my blood pressure, and I'm not able to keep down my water and soup yet. It keeps coming back up. So I'm trying really hard to sip, sip, sip and keep it down, but no luck yet. And they said it's probably just because it's not ready. A lot of swollenness and irritation, and the stomach itself just isn't ready to accept anything, so it's okay. They said I'll be able to eventually, so I'm not hungry, I'm not, missing out on anything, and it's been a ride, bumpy ride, but it'll be over soon and I'll be headed home. Then I will send out an updated post-op week 1 video, so stay tuned to that, and I hope you all get a...
Let's remind ourselves next time we're doped up on some pain medication, let's take Monica's phone away, shall we?
Hey guys, day 3, start of day 3 in the hospital, and I was able to hold down 2 glasses of water and 1 glass of Jello, so I'm excited because it's not been up, and I'm getting ready to try this in an hour at 7 o'clock so that I can meet one of my goals, which is to take down liquid 1 cup every 15 minutes. So I'm gonna do my best to try that right now, so maybe I get to go home tonight. I do feel much better, I'm feeling the gas pain just a little bit on my left side, and then up in my left shoulder, but it's not too bad, and kind of bags under my eyes. This is horrible. It's been hard, but I've tried to be positive through all of it, and so far so good. So I'll see you guys later. Guess what? I get to go home today. My doctor came in this morning. He said that even though I'm not able to do 4 ounces every hour, I can manage and get down 3 ounces. And 4 ounces just is too much. It makes me feel really full, too full. It's kind of painful. So 3 ounces every hour, I can manage that. I can get it down, and it's staying down. Oh gosh, I have awesome news, guys. I'm already off my insulin that I was on before. I don't need that anymore. I still am on a small dose of insulin, but it's only fast-acting insulin when I eat. So I just wanted to share that because that is awesome news, and the whole reason I'm having this gastric bypass surgery is to avoid the diabetes. So yeah.
So, as you can see, it has been an eventful yet fulfilling journey so far. Do I have regrets for having gastric bypass surgery? No. Will I ever? I'll revert back to this video and remind myself why it's so important and what a valuable tool that I have been fortunate enough to receive. And I'll make sure that I take care of it and utilize it properly. So we'll see what next week brings. Hopefully more good news. And what have I been doing in my time healing? A little bit of walking outside, not too much. It's just my house is rather small, so I'm not able to walk around indoors adequately. So stepping outside and walking down the street, just kind of using that flat surface to walk out, especially after I've eaten or drinking, drunk. And then also walking really does help. When they say the more you walk, the better you feel, do it. It is the absolute truth. I know everything feels swollen and it's rather difficult to embark on that first walk, but the more you can walk, the better you will feel, the more things will go down, and it's good for you all around. So don't wear yourself out, don't beat yourself up if you can't go very far, because a little bit at this point does amazingly go a long way. Also, those who have made it this far, I am going to try to start doing my videos on my phone. My computer is very old, and that is the kickback that you hear in the background when it starts sounding like a spaceship getting ready to take off. So I apologize for that noise interference during the videos, but I'm doing what I can with what I have. So now for that dreaded wrap it up end of the video that I always screw up inevitably. So if you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below in the comment area. I will get back to you. If you want to follow my journey, please subscribe. Also, you can follow me on Instagram at FixinVixen, and I'm done. I never know what to say at the end of these videos. So you guys have an awesome week. I'm going to.